Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Global
Global Digital
Digital Success
Success Talk.
Talk. UDSTL.
Happy and blessed Monday to everyone, for those who are on Monday already, and happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. So today we're bringing you the following topic.
So we'll be talking about the financial safety net, creating a plan B that support your future.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online and I'm a mentor at the same time.
Hello. Happy Monday to everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina, USA, with my family. I'm also a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
So thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So if you want to catch last Thursday's live webinar before this coming Tuesdays or before tomorrow's live webinar, all you have to do is just register into our website. And when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. Since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar, and it happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link you get there is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch last Thursday's replay of the live webinar before tomorrow's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Yes, so this past Thursday, we had Jay as the host for our webinar. She is a resigned educator. We also had Marilyn, who is a digital business owner. We had Linda, who is an educator. And we also had Fatmata, who is an online business owner.
We also have Elsie and Reggie. Elsie is a clinical nurse consultant and Reggie is electrical contractor. Marilyn and Michael, both are online business owner. Tuai L, she's a retired nurse nail technician, and Corazon, she's a medical support assistant. So all these people were on a live webinar last Thursday, November 20. But remember, we have live webinar every Tuesday and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to any of our websites that appear on the screen, and we contact you by email, and we'll send you your personal link so you can assist to these amazing webinars.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. So if you're catching last Thursday's replay of the live webinar, our replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. That's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. There you go. So now you know what to do if you want to learn how to start your online business. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Yes, our topic for today is the financial safety net, creating a plan B that supports your future.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us ask you a question. What if one decision today could protect your tomorrow? So a plan B is in a fear base. It's a future focus. Okay. So let's talk about building your safety net before you need it. So, welcome back again to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk, and happy Monday or happy week to everyone, or happy Tuesday, wherever you are in the world. So, today we are talking about something that more and more families around the world are prioritizing, and that is building a financial safety net. With rising living costs and unpredictable job markets, people are no longer waiting for one day. They are creating a plan B while they still have a plan A. And according to a recent McKinsey study, 58% of adults now have at least one additional income stream. And that number continues to grow. So let's explore how digital entrepreneurship can help create security, stability, and a peace of mind for the future. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So what are today's points?
So today's points are: point number one, unpredictability, demand preparedness. Point number two, digital business create flexibility and security. And point number three, peace of mind is priceless.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into our point number one.
Okay, point number one is unpredictability demands preparedness. So once upon a time, a job meant stability. You showed up, worked hard, and trusted that things would stay steady, Um, but the world changed, and it changed fast. So industries shifted overnight, companies restructured, hours were cut, and people had who had given 10, 15, 20 years to the same job suddenly found themselves without warning, standing at the edge of uncertainty. And for so many of us, especially immigrants working, you know if we're working mothers, that uncertainty wasn't just about losing a job. It was about keeping food on the table, supporting aging parents, raising children in a new country, and maintaining dignity and stability while carrying weight everyone depending on us. So this study from Bankrate report revealed that 57% of workers who have faced job changes, cuts, or sudden loss since 2020, and many admitted that having an additional income stream would have reduced their stress, their fear, and financial pressure significantly. So, having a plan B, especially nowadays, is something that everyone should have, because you don't want to have that stress. If your job gets cut, if you're let go, if your hours get reduced, at least you have another stream, to where you're gonna have that peace of mind knowing that you still have money coming in, so that you can put food on the table. So I didn't need a report to understand that. I lived that, For 2 decades, I worked hard in the corporate world. I showed up early, stayed late, worked so many, Saturdays overtime, follow every rule, played, every role. So when I was doing that, deep inside, I always knew if something happens here, I have nothing to fall back on, because that was my only job, and I dedicated a lot of time to that job. So I really didn't have, or I didn't think I had time to go do another traditional job. But I could start a plan B, doing something online, something that I could do on my own time while I was home. That reality hit even harder when I became a mother and later a grandmother. Life wasn't just about me anymore, it was about my kids. It was about making sure that they had the things that they need. I needed a stability I could control, not a stability someone else, could take away with a meeting, with budget cut, or with a policy change. So building a digital business became my plan B. But soon it became my plan A for peace of mind because it gave me something an employer could not, and that was control. And it meant I no longer had to just uh, rely on one income source. It turned fear of what if into preparation for no matter what. The truth is simple. A plan B no longer a luxury. It's survival, it's dignity, and it's empowerment. And it's the difference between life happening to you and you being ready for whatever life brings. So, you don't want to wait till you're in a tough situation to make this decision. You need to make this decision now that you have the time to start your plan B and start getting that second income, to start, increasing before you get into a tough situation. So here's what I want to leave you with. A second income stream isn't just protection, it's the power to face an unpredictable role with confidence instead of fear.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel just told us about unpredictability demands preparedness. So you have to prepare for any unexpected thing that might come your way. So, having that stability, that backup plan will help you to prepare for anything that we're not expecting to happen. Okay, so let's move on to point number 2.
Okay, point number 2, digital business create flexibility and security. All right. So digital entrepreneurship has become the faster growing way to create second income stream because it is. So what is important about the digital business or the digital space? Because it has flexibility. So you can build it around your current schedule. Number 2, portability. You can run it in from anywhere. Number 3, escapable or scalability. It's grow with you, no against with you. So, and this is it remind me of what Isabel said before. You're regaining control, and that's what it's all about. Forbes state that the digital economy is set to reach 14.5 trillion by 2030, and those who start early position themselves for long-term success. A plan B in the digital space can eventually become your plan A if you choose, but start with one step. You cannot be your plan B if you don't start it. It cannot be your plan C or D if you don't take that step to start it, to become it, to start the digital space. Let's be real. I think I put it here on the comments. Depending on one single paycheck in today's world, in today's society, it's really stressful. And many people don't realize it until something really happened, when something go the other way. And that's when you realize that, yeah, this was good, but this is not good anymore. So today, let's learn, let's dig in why a digital business can give you that flexibility, that security that your future deserve. Okay. um why a plan B matters, what is important. Life changes fast. Job shift. The job can vary it. Hours can get cut, as Isabel was saying. Families can grow up. You can have 1, 2, 3 kids, or adopted, or a big family, who knows. No, emergencies show up. Someone can get sick, your car can get broken, your house need fix or repair. And these emergencies show up when you less expecting them. As a plan B, is not a fair, or like, oh, maybe it's a responsibility, something that you have to be prepared for. And choosing stability instead of hoping for it. No, I hope that everything is going to be good, but what about if it doesn't happen? You have to have like a plan that it will counterattack the what if. and then digital business give you the two things, that the traditional doesn't offer you. First of all, flexibility, as we say here, flexibility. Why are we saying that this is flexible? Why is flexible? Because you can do it anywhere at any time. Even if you have your 9 to 5 job, you can do it in your breaks, before going to work, after work, at lunchtime, on your day off. So that's the flexibility that give you. We also say that give you portability. You can take it with you anytime. You can go on vacation, you can go for work, you can go to walking your dog, you can go to the hospital, you can do it on your dinner, with family and friends, on your go out. So it's give you that portability and the stability, because you just not um, entitled, you're not just in one space, in one let's see, in one postal code. You can go all around the world, because that's what digital space give you. So when you take control of your time, you control your life. A digital business allow you to adjust your work around your family, your health, and your priorities, not the other way around. When you have a second stream of income, you sleep different, you feel better, you feel more confident, you make decisions confidentially. Decision when you know what you're doing, where you're doing the things, you stop living the paycheck to paycheck, and you start thinking a long term. You start thinking on the future, you start thinking about saving, travel, investments, helping your family back home, real goals, that you always think about it. um you don't need to quit your job, you don't need to have a big audience, you don't need to have all the skills. You just need to be willing to learn, consistency and the courage to start. That's what we say here. You have to start, to start learning for your system, or your plan B, start working to. So start like a building, a little by little. Your future deserve more than one source of income, and you deserve a life with freedom, no fear. A digital business is not a plan B, it's a path to a more secure, flexible, and intentional life. So if you are ready for a plan B, a real one, stay with us, maybe give it a check about this business or what we're talking about here. That maybe this plan B can be what changed your life. Maybe this plan B that we're talking today, maybe that can be your plan A in the future. But you have to start building it, and you have to start doing something. So do that step. Register today, watch the free info section, and decide it if this is your plan B.
Thank you, Jesse. So, Jesse, Jesse just taught us about digital business, create that flexibility and security. So you are prepared for any unexpected or emergency that comes your way. So, by having a digital business, you are prepared for that. Okay, so let's move on to point number 3. So, peace of mind is priceless. So for over 25 years, I work in the film industry, a world full of passion, creativity, and predictability. It was my dream job until I realized that even dreams can lose balance when they consume your time, your health, and your peace. So when the industry slowed down and uncertainty hit, I had a deep moment of deep reflection. And that was, I asked myself, what would happen if my only source of income disappeared? And that question became the wake up call that led me to this journey. One where I could build something stable, meaningful, and sustainable. Because here's the truth: peace of mind is not about having everything, it's about knowing you're supported no matter what happens. And that's something I didn't have with my job in my film industry. So when I discovered the power of having a digital business system and multiple income streams, everything shifted. I no longer live in what if. I started living in thanks God I did it. And study shows that people with a secondary income source report 40% report 40% lower financial stress, which is true because you don't have to worry about money anymore, and greater emotional stability. And I can confirm that number feels real because when you have a backup income, everything changes. You like, Isabel and JC mentioned before, you are prepared to have something, no matter what. Like if you lose your job or there is like an environment thing that damage your house, for example, like flooding or stuff like that, you have a backup plan. You have a plan B. So everything changes because you make decisions from faith and not fear. You reduce financial pressure on your family and also your plan for the future without sacrificing your peace in the present. And perhaps the most importantly, you gain something no paychecks can buy, and that is the freedom of choice. So for me, that freedom looks like being able to spend more time with my parents while they're still independent, be able to travel when I want, and build something that creates impacts for others too. So peace of mind isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the quiet strength that allows you to move through life with confidence and knowing that even if things change, you'll be okay. So that's what this business gave me. And what I know, what I now help others creates stability built on purpose and not pressure. Because freedom isn't just about money, it's about options, it's about having that balance, and about having that peace of mind. So here is the message for you today. Ask yourself, what would peace of mind look like for you? And then take one small action today that moves you closer to that reality. So that's the message for this point. And what is our key takeaway for today's point? Topic.
Yeah, our key takeaway is remember, a plan B isn't about expecting the worst, it's about preparing for the best, building something today that supports the family, freedom, and future you truly want.
Yes, so that's our key takeaway for our topic today. So we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope that you start thinking about having a plan B because nowadays it's more and more a necessity to have a plan B. We cannot really rely on one income stream anymore. So you have to start thinking and about that, and reflect on your life to see, okay, what happens if this? Do I have a backup plan? To have something to fall back on, to be able to sustain myself, while I found, for example, if you lose your job, do I have something to fall back on until I find another job? So always think about that because you never know what could happen. So you don't want to be like Isabel mentioned before, um, be have that wake up call at the high moment, like that happened to me, in 2023. I wasn't expecting, in the busy time of my industry, not to be able to work, and that made me think about it, well, as I get older, I cannot really rely on this, I need to have a backup plan. I need to have something that no matter what happens, I know that I'm financially stable, and that have that peace of mind. So no stress, taking care of my health, and building that financial stability. So that's what a digital online business allows you to do. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online and have that backup plan for any emergency that might happen, unexpectedly, here are three ways that you can get in touch with us. You can either put in the comments more info or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So we do have live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, which is 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, so you can register for either day or for both. The second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works, And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch the replay from last Thursdays before tomorrow's live webinar, all you have to do is just get in touch with us either by putting in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. Okay, so we want to say thank you to Emericos, Emmer, and Gore Toxi for their like emoji and for watching the live with us today. So thank you so much for that. We also let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
Our topic for next Monday is the storytelling that inspire how your journey can create impact and income. So if you want to stay with us next Monday on Global Digital, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking next Monday. Until then, protect your future, expand your options, and build your safety net with intention. So that's our message from ending message for this topic today. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today, and for those catching the replay, thank you so much too. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and until the next episode of the Glow.
Global
Global digital
Digital Success
success talk.
Talk.
Thank you, everyone. God bless
Bye. Thank
I
you.
have a blessed beginning of your week.
Mhm.